Hey everybody, so today we are going to be doing two worksheets, starting with this one, 2.5.3 Literal Equations with Flowcharts. The title says Transforming Literal Equations with Flowcharts. So we're learning about literal equations, and by the end of today's lesson, your goal is to be able to solve equations, literal equations. So let's jump into it and you'll see what I mean with that. You will now use flowcharts to solve for variables in literal equations, applying the corresponding steps to the equation on the right side. So first we're going to be using the flowchart, and then once we have the steps down in the flowchart, we're going to transfer them into the algebra method over on this side. To solve literal equations, we're not solving for a number anymore. We're now solving for a variable. So notice that there are two variables and we're solving for x. So here's what that looks like. First, we're going to say, what is happening to x? So in the story of x, what's happening? First we can see that we're adding 24 and x. What does that equal? We can see here that it equals z. And I'm going to put a cross through z so that people know the difference between z and 2. Now going down our flowchart in this box, we're going to say what the opposite of adding 24 is. We know the opposite of adding is subtracting 24. And our answer is no longer going to be one number. Our answer is going to be an expression, z minus 24. Since we don't know what z is, we cannot solve for x in terms of one number as an answer. So here's what that looks like on the algebra method. We are subtracting. You want to think in your flowchart, what did you do on these bottom steps here? So first we subtracted 24. We're going to write that down on both sides of our equal sign. Our equal sign, remember, like the balanced scale has to stay balanced. 24 minus 24 is 0. Those cancel out. I'm left with x on this side equals z minus 24. So my answer is x equals z minus 24. Let's try the next one. Solve for 2 pi r equals c. And we are solving for r. So what's happening to r? Well, we're multiplying r times 2 pi. What does this all equal? It equals z. Okay, now going backwards, if they're multiplying by 2 pi, we would be dividing by 2 pi, and we will get c divided by 2 pi. Let's show it in the algebra method. Divide by 2 pi, divide by 2 pi. What do I get? I get r equals c divided by 2 pi. Okay, because over here, 2 pi divided by 2 pi will cancel and we'll be left with r. All right, I will do one more, but I'll have you solve 3 on your own, and I will solve one of these ones, a multi-step one. So what's happening to y? To solve for y, we have to say what's happening to y first. So what's happening to y? Well, first, y is being multiplied by 2. Then it's adding 8x. How do I know 8x is being added? 8x is positive. If it was negative, we would say it's subtracting 8x. Or we're adding a negative 8x. All right, and this all equals 2. Going this way, we're going to do the opposite. So subtract 2x and divide by 2, we'll be left with, let's see, 2 minus 8x divided by 2. And let's see what it looks like using algebra. So we're going to remember we're doing these steps here. So we're going to subtract 8x from both sides. Notice I'm writing it on both sides of my equal sign. Over here, 8x minus 8x is 0. On the other side, we still have 2 minus 8x. What does it equal? I need to bring down my 2y. My 2y equals 2 minus 8x. What am I doing next? Next, I'm going to divide by 2. Remember, if you divide by 2, you're dividing everything by 2. So that means 2 divided by 2 is 1y, or just y. Over here, we're doing 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Over here, we're doing 8 divided by 2, which is 4. In this case, it's 4x. So our final oh wait, what did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't simplify. But yeah, so this is our final answer, y equals 1 plus 4x. And I just didn't simplify over here, so this would be 1 minus 4x. Okay. Now, for the rest of them, I'm going to have you continue working. I will post the answer key so that you can check your work once you're finished. And good luck.